Hi, my name is Terry. If you are new to my channel, I live right outside of Portland, Oregon, and I started selling full-time on eBay about 2.5 years ago. In October, it will be 3 years. I was able to quit my job and just really focus a lot of energy into finding items to sell on eBay, and I find those items at estate sales and garage sales. Sometimes I do thrift stores, but not real often. I absolutely love what I do. I love finding treasures. So today's video is going to be what sold in the past 10 or 12 days. I'm not going to show everything. I will show some of my favorites or some higher ticket items. So here we go. So it's been close to a year ago. I had gone to an estate sale and I had purchased a whole bunch of these model kit airplanes. And they were all different prices. So I have sold, let's see, I probably bought about 25 or 30 of them. I think I've sold almost all of them. I might have just a few left. So this one I paid $25 for, and I sold for $100. This next item could possibly be my next great item to be on the lookout for. And it is vintage fountain pens. So I was on my way home from a sale. If you saw my last video, it was the sale where I purchased all of the Department 56. My car was packed to the top in the front seat and all in the back. I just had to go straight home because I didn't have any more room in my car. But of course, on my way home, I saw an estate sale sign just a few blocks from where I was. I was surprised because it did not pop up on my favorite website to look at. It's called Estate Sale Finder. And when I got there, I asked them, I said, hey, did you post on any of the websites? And they said no, that it was their first estate sale. They just have a brand new company. And it was kind of a half of a sale. Only half of the house was opened up and the garage. But they had some really cool things. It would have been worth it for them to pay the $50 to advertise on this website. Anyway, so I ended up buying a bunch of pens. And this one I paid $1 for. It is called Schaefer's pen. And this is what it looks like. So I started this on auction for $199. I immediately had a whole bunch of watchers on it. I think when the sale ended, I had 14 watchers on it, and it got bid up to $210. I also bought a big box of fountain pens there that also could sell for really good money. They're all different brands. I think there's about 8 of them, 8 or 10 of them that are this same Schaefer brand. So definitely keep your eyes open for these vintage fountain pens. And they are 14 karat gold around the rim, this gold little rim, and also the fountain pen tip is 14 karat gold. So I purchased a bunch of Gumby and Pokey items through a friend of a friend. And I have done really well on them. I paid $100 for a ton of stuff. I have made my money back and I am well into the profit now. So last night, somebody bought all 3 of these Gumby lighters. They're refillable lighters. So I could not sell them international because there is fluid in them and they will ship out ground. But I'm very excited that one person bought them all and they are going out for $40. And I have about $3 into each one. So I paid $9 for all 3 of them. I paid $2 for this hat. It is brand new, very cool looking, and it sold for $15. I don't remember where I got this. It was probably an estate sale. I paid $8 for it and it sold for $36. If you pick these up, make sure that they're completely sealed. And for some reason, if the box is open, check out the contents, because a lot of times people will replace their old one and they'll slip the old one back into the sleeve and throw it in a box. I've had that happen to me before where I thought I was buying something brand new and it wasn't. But these can be some really decent money. This one did only sell for $36, but I have sold some for over $100. I went to a community garage sale in Portland a few weeks ago, and I picked up a bunch of Pokemon balls. This one I sold by itself. It is open out of the plastic. I did an average price and I paid $5.60 for this because I did buy a whole bunch of them. This one sold for $25. I think I did just sell a lot of 4 of them for $75. I picked up this lot of, there's more of them too. This is about half of them for $5. They are Through the Bible commentary series, and they're not in very good shape. There's all kinds of highlighting in them and writing in them. There's stains on some of the pages. So I just closed all of that. In the title, I put read description. And then in the description, I put that they are, you know, some of the pages are coming out of the binding, that there's writing in it. I just closed all of that. And I still sold them for $59. And they sold pretty quickly. If you have seen my other videos, you know that I love to pick up Sony Walkman, so don't ever walk by them without looking them up. I was at the sale and I did not even look. I bought 3 of them, did not even look them up because I just knew that they were all 3 valuable. This one I paid $8 for, and I've had this for quite a while. I was trying to get it to work. For some reason, it is turning backwards. I had a video on the listing so people could see that it was going backwards. I'm not sure why, but I definitely disclosed that, and I still ended up selling this one for $300. I just picked these up last weekend and got them listed really quick, late in the evening, and they were sold before morning. And so these are they're from Nuskin, and I believe that you could only buy this from somebody who was selling them, kind of like an Avon thing. I paid $1 each for these, and they both sold for $50. If you saw my last video, you saw that I purchased a whole bunch of Department 56 stuff. This particular one is called Seasons Bay, and they come in these white boxes, and I had never heard of them before the sale. All of their Department 56 that I purchased were all different prices. This one happened to be $12, and it sold overnight when I got it listed for $150. This is another item that I got last weekend for $1, and it sold overnight as well for $20. And as you know, I love purchasing brand new in package because they're really easy to list and ship out. I purchased this at a garage sale a few weeks ago for $5, and it sold for $40 pretty quickly. I don't usually buy collectibles like this because I don't know a whole lot about them, so I took a chance. I thought it was kind of cool, and sure enough, somebody bought it pretty quickly. Another new in package item. I've had this for quite a while. I paid $2 for it and I sold it for $16. But again, new in package items are just so easy to photograph and list. So I usually will always pick them up if I see that they are selling pretty good. I purchased around 40 Monster High dolls not too long ago and got them all listed. And I think after this one, I only have about 11 or 12 left. I paid $20 for each one, and this one sold for $50. I paid $10 for this waffle iron. You know, some of them are just worth more than others. This one wasn't a super high value one, but that's okay. I still sold it for $40, so $30 profit is fine with me. There are some out there that could sell for hundreds though, so always keep your eye out. They always have the model number on the bottom or in the back, so look them up when you find them. You might be surprised at what they're selling for. I do not remember how long I've had this. I don't think it's been that long. It is new in package, this beautiful Bible. I paid $5 for, and it sold for $46.74. Kind of a strange amount. It's because after things are in my store for so long, they will go on sale. So somebody probably purchases in my store for 10 or 20% off. This is another one that I purchased at that sale on my last video, and I got this one listed very quickly, and again, this one sold overnight. So this one cost me $22 and it sold for $129. And as you know, I do not pay for shipping. My customer always pays for shipping. I don't do free shipping. I love finding and selling vintage trains. I can't tell you how many I have found at garage sales and estate sales and resell them. It seems like a lot of people that are at sales with me don't bother to look them up or grab them. So I always luck out and get them. I paid $3 for this one and it sold for $200. I've only had it for about 3 months, so it did not take long to sell. Okay, I went to a church sale a couple weeks ago. Maybe it's been 3 weeks now. And I bought 3 big dolls. They are called Hempstead dolls. And I actually met the lady that was selling them. She was working the sale. And we got to talking, and she has 60 dolls that she would like to sell. So she gave me her number. I reached out to her a couple weeks ago, and unfortunately her husband ended up in the hospital. So I have not heard from her. I'm just giving her some space. It was a pretty serious thing that happened, but I will just wait for her response and hopefully purchase some dolls. This is the second one I sold. So this is what they look like. I paid $30 each, and 2 of them sold pretty quickly. They are very realistic looking. So $30 each, and this one sold for $129. The other one that I got also paid $30 for, and it sold for $99. So I know that some of these dolls, I've looked them up since talking to her, and some of them could sell for $1,000. Some of them will sell for a few hundred, maybe 500, and then there's some that will only sell for 30 bucks. So I'll just have to wait and see what she has. So if you do not know about Jessica McClintock Gunne Sax dresses, you need to know about them, because if you're ever at a sale and you see this cottage looking type dress, you need to pick them up no matter what. And so I bought this one for $10, and I actually got this at the sale where I purchased all of the Department 56. They just happened to have a couple of them, so I picked up 2 of them. This one I think I listed for $199 on auction, and I had a whole bunch of watchers on it, but the auction ran out and nobody bid on it. So I just listed it for $149, and somebody purchased it within a few days. So paid $10 and it sold for $150. I think if I really wanted to wait, I could have sold it for quite a bit more. I know that bigger sizes would have sold probably for hundreds. This one is very tiny. The woman that sold it to me, it was actually her dress when she was a little girl, but this one is not a little girl size, even though it looks like it. It is just a very small size 5, and it's from the 70s. So back in the 70s, dresses were a lot smaller than they are now. So size 5 dresses now are bigger than this one. Okay, so this item I actually got from Goodwill. I don't know, it was after Christmas, so it hasn't been that long. I paid $14.99 for it, and it sold for $60. And it is a porcelain Santa with a fireplace. It's really pretty inside. So that was the last of the things that I have in my possession. Everything else I have already shipped out. So let me show you a few more things that I sold in the last 10 or 12 days. This pair of Birkenstocks I paid $1 for, and I sold for $52.70. Again, a weird amount, and it's because somebody got them on sale. So even if Birkenstocks are really, really used, people still buy them. These were in excellent condition. I don't think they were worn more than a couple times. I picked up this item over a year ago for $15, and it sold for $73.95. I paid $5 for this mouse, and it looked like it was brand new, but it was open box. And it sold really quickly. It sold within a couple of weeks for $58.97. This Dexter Charming, son of King Charming doll, I purchased with all the Monster High dolls. I think it was part of the Monster High doll series. Don't know for sure, but I did pay $20 for it, and I sold it for $100. I love picking up calculators like this. It was a big giant, more like an adding machine, and I paid $5 for it, and I sold it for $40. It's brand new in package, and I actually see these quite often at estate sales. This is another one of those airplane model kits that I had purchased about a year ago. This one I paid $27.50 for, and I sold this one for $200. So if you see vintage pencils at garage sales and estate sales, look them up. Don't pass them up, because some of them could be very valuable. These I paid $5 for, and I sold them for $45.50. There are some that could go for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I have not found those yet, but I was happy to have found these and sold them for such a great profit. This set of books I purchased for $12, and they are over 100 years old, and I sold them probably in a few months for $59. I just happened to look up the buyer's feedback, and I saw that he sold a lot of books. So I went into his eBay store, and he had thousands of books, and it seemed like every single book he had bidders on. So he is a huge bookseller. So I'm assuming that he is going to part these out and sell them individually. And I'm okay with that, because I still, turned $12 into $59. Okay, so my last item is this 1960s Barbie outfit that I paid $5 for, and it sold for $50 overnight. I've had it for a while. It took me a while to list it, but as soon as I listed it, it sold overnight. So that is it for today. If you like this, please hit the like button and subscribe. That really helps out my channel. And if you want to be notified for my next video, hit the bell and you will get a notification. See you next time.